Hi and welcome to INS TV. This is Ahana and we have four very talented comedians with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm Kaneez Surka.
I'm Prashasti Singh.
I'm Niveditha Prakasam.
I'm Supriya Joshi.
I personally find it very difficult to laugh at myself, which you guys very easily do. How do you do it?
How do you do it?
How?
I've been doing it all my life, so
Yeah.
it comes pretty naturally to me.
Yeah, it's so much better like when you just take things lightly. It's really like this less stress in your life. Like otherwise you go home worrying about, oh, someone said I looked like this, someone said I acted like this, or I behaved like this, and then when you just like, it's actually really funny and you can make a character out of it or a joke out of it or something like that. It just makes life becomes more fun.
Yeah.
It does, right? Like our lives are fun.
And sometimes there's no option also. I remember I was going through a phase where I used to whine a lot to my flatmate.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yaar, kitna bore karte ho yaar." So I'm like, "Oh, I need to make it funny."
Make it funny.
So I think that is how we all sort of evolved. That we
Yeah.
probably were trying to communicate, and then
Yeah.
we realized कि funny होने से फायदा होता है. That's how we learned to laugh at ourselves.
What inspired you to take this up as a profession? And this is a very, very offbeat, and especially for women, like
Yeah.
stand-up comedian and women, and women are very new to this profession, I would say. And so, what inspired you to take this up?
I feel like the profession chose me. That's what I think. Because I was doing it and then like it worked out for me. It doesn't work out all the time. Like every profession doesn't work out for you. Somehow comedy just clicked.
Yeah, it felt right to stand on stage and tell jokes that make people laugh. So it felt like your life's journey has found that one big save point that you click, and then you can return to it over and over again because it makes you feel good. So I think that's why that is my inspiration for comedy was basically ki I want some adrenaline rush in life.
Yeah.
And I'm a scaredy cat and I will never jump off a plane. So this is the best I can do for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me also, I think what she said, like, I tried a lot of things in life. And even stage wise, I would always try to do some dancing, some singing. I wanted to be somewhere doing some extracurricular. And I think comedy was the most right I felt to doing anything. I think the last time I felt this side was something was maths in class 10th. Okay. Wow, weird answer. But I felt very right about maths in class 10th. Okay. And then all these years later, I felt this right about there's something like the pyar nahi ho jata. You have to go after it. It's that.
Comedy for me started when I was in grade 12, in grade 10. So I knew for me, I always want to do something related to comedy. And now we're here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So one thing I'm very eager to know, that have you ever faced this kind of a situation? I'm asking all of you, that you're cracking a joke and the audience is not laughing.
All the time.
All the time.
It happens.
That's our life.
It's part of our job.
It's part of our job.
It's an occupational hazard. And you just have to deal with it.
Any new joke typically doesn't work. Like you have to really work on it multiple times with the audience to figure out, oh, ye line bolne se has rahe hai. Okay.
Sometimes you improvise something on stage and the audience laughs and then you add that to your joke.
So that much of research actually
Yes,
goes
that's how
into
much preparation we go into each joke. It takes a while for it to evolve into a funny joke.
And with practice, you know what to do at that point also.
And sometimes you write a joke and you go and perform and it's funny already.
Then it's funny, yeah.
But most of the time it needs to
takes
evolve.
time.
Yeah.
And have you ever felt that way? Okay, today I'm feeling down. I'm not feeling. We are human beings. We feel upset.
Yeah.
So and that day you have to perform.
Yeah,
So
that
how do you
happens a lot.
encourage yourself? How do you buck up?
I think for me, with experience I've learned that stage has a very different energy.
Yes. Yes.
Like even, earlier I would probably chicken out of a show, okay, of an open mic कि नहीं हो रहा मेरे से आज. But over a period of time I've learned that as soon as you touch the stage, something else happens.
Something else happens.
Your mood changes. Like if you're feeling sad and you go on stage immediately, so it's actually a cure for feeling sad at that point. So and sometimes also if you can't go through, I think you should just acknowledge it on stage only. कि मेरा आज मूड खराब है.
You'll be like, wow, how much did I
The
die?
audience will only take the responsibility.
Yeah.
I have seen that happen.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I think the adrenaline, like I remember I hurt my foot. I had a hematoma on my foot. It was an excruciating pain, but I went on stage. I did not feel my pain for the 30 minutes that I was on
Yeah.
stage. And then I came back and the pain came rushing to my leg. I was like, I forgot I even had,
Yeah.
like something else just takes over. So that's what happens, even if mood-wise, it's the same thing. You just forget about what you're feeling. And
Yeah.
Just discussing about moods, I remember an incident, a funny incident. When I was young, I went to watch a music show. The singer came up on stage, he started singing, and his expression was very sad.
what song was he singing?
So he was singing modern Bengali songs he used to sing. And the audience, they were like, Dada, first you smile. It turned out to be a comedy show that day.
Oh, you know what? What the good thing about comedy is that a lot of the times, like at least for me personally, if I'm having a bad day, I'll probably have the best show on that day.
Yeah,
Because it's a release for me. Comedy is a release. And the angrier, the more upset I am, for some reason, I do better as a performer.
So we often see that the comedian is performing. But what goes into the homework that you make? And so all the jokes, you have to keep it prepared beforehand, or sometimes is it spontaneous, something that you're saying? How much?
I think it's both.
mix, it's a mix.
I think it also differs for all of us how much of improvisation we do. But I think for me, I can say definitely I go with the script on stage. Or for a new show, I would write 7 new jokes. But sometimes the stage energy is such that you feel like saying something on the spot, and that becomes a funnier joke than what you would written.
And so you go back and you write it in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's
Yeah, you have to write practically every day if you write. For me, I leave a lot of scope for improvisation on the stage, because I think that's when the best moments come.
Yeah.
Like when you're on your toes and you don't know what to say next, so immediately a thought comes and you just say it. And then sometimes it's really funny, sometimes it's not. So you just have to deal with the consequence, but that's how it usually goes.
And how, from your experiences, please share with me that how do audience react when a female comedian is performing? Do they differentiate? Have you ever faced discrimination that, okay, because I am a woman, they are treating me this way?
So I know 5 years ago, like when I used to do, like I did a couple of jokes, like 5 years ago, there would be a lot of, I could feel them. Like I'd say that, I'd do a lot of my relationship jokes or my sex jokes, and they'd be like I'd get that reaction, which has changed for me now. Like now I know, like 5 years later, that's not the case for me. Like I think audiences have evolved, and also I've become a lot more confident and I have a lot more conviction in what I'm saying now. So I don't allow the audience almost to really have an opinion. They're just like, okay, it's a joke. I'm like, I believe in what I'm saying. So I think my confidence and the audience's tastes have changed. So that's a good thing. That's why I used to face it back in the day. But yeah, and maybe if it still exists, I'm confident now that I know what comedy is.
Same thing. I mean, the thing about being, I think for us now at this point, if somebody is not laughing at our joke, we just go back and work on it. We don't blame it on anything anymore. Just because if you have a crowd that's hard on you, you become a better comedian. Because you just work harder.
Yeah.
So you take that criticism very positively and you work on yourself.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have an option.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you just sit and whine, and you don't really move forward. So.
I find this profession very interesting because as I just told you that I'm a person, I cannot laugh at myself, but you guys do that so easily and I salute you for that.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
So one thing I would like to know that this is a time when we who work in offices and other workplaces, stress is a word which dominates our lives above everything. So how important is it to laugh today, like laugh at least for some time in a day?
Yeah. I mean, it is.
You should. I mean, if you are, it's one of the best stress relief.
Yeah.
And our special is coming on March 27th on Netflix. You can watch that and laugh. And the thing is, all our specials are 15 minutes each. So you can take a 15-minute break from your day, just watch, laugh. You'll feel better for sure.
Absolutely.
Life's become very serious with everything that's happening, and I think comedy is one place you can go to get some relief. So, You please use us. Use me.
But one thing I would like to share with you that it happens sometimes with me that when I see things going wrong from all possible angles, I start laughing.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, you know, I think, what are you gonna do?
And that is our lives. इतना नीचे जा चुका है like
Nothing else you can do at some point.
Nothing is left.
I can't go any
You
further
have to
down.
laugh.
Yeah.
There's nothing, yeah, you just have
we're
to laugh
hoping
at
the
it.
country will develop sense of humor after.
Yeah.
That actually makes me feel better. I think that like I feel the load is off little bit.
Yeah.
So it was a lovely session talking to all of you.
Thank you
and
so
I
much.
really enjoyed it.
Thank you
You've
very
been
much.
lovely.
Thank you. Take care. Have a nice day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.